all believe in the following. The only way I think we're going to reverse course is by putting people together who raise their hands and say the following. I'm ready to grow up, and I'm ready to be free and be responsible for my own life. Unless people say that to your politicians, we will never wean the politicians off of giving you things and growing the debt. So to me, the first step is what Barbie and I have put together here, which is, and I don't know what version you have, it's the Grow Up and Be Free caucus. If you agree with this sentence, and not all of you will, but I want you to tell this, I want every one of us, the thousands that will be in this, to be able to say this to every politician. I want to be free to live my life, and if you let me do that, I want to be responsible for me, my family, and my community. If you can agree to that, Republican, Democrat, or Independent, we're going to put 10 or 30 or 60,000 people together who then will only support candidates. Candidates who run for mayor, candidates who run for school board, candidates who run for Congress, who will do the following 5 things. Because remember, we're telling our politicians, hey, yes, that's me. Don't take care of me anymore. I want to grow up and I want to be free and responsible. So to do that, though, politician, first step is 1. I will only support politicians who cut taxes, not who keep them the same, not who extend the Bush tax rates, but who cut taxes, because I want to go back to the beginning where it's my money. So if you're going to ask me to be free and take care of my family, politicians, you better let me keep more what I make. We will only support candidates who cut taxes, who get rid of the estate tax. All these taxes where they take more of our money, we will only support those candidates. We will only support candidates who diminish government's influences over our lives. You support Obamacare, you support expanding Medicaid in Illinois, not just for poor people, but for everybody, I'm not going to support you. Most Americans, besides the needy, most Americans should be in charge and responsible for their own health care needs. You want to hear an amazing stat? 34 years ago, the average American paid for, out of his or her pocket, 47% of their health care costs. Today, the average American pays out of his or her pocket 12% of his or her health care costs. So who's paying for it? Government, your employer, the insurance company. We don't feel our own health care costs. And you wonder why health care rises, why costs rise, because we don't pay for it. We're responsible for ourselves. We will only support candidates at every level who agree to get rid of this immoral debt. Not in 30 years, not in 40, but now. Now. I went to Congress and I said, I will not vote for anything that adds $1 a debt on top of his head and his head. We will only support candidates who do that. We will only support candidates who respect my God-given liberties. If you don't let me carry a gun out there to protect myself and my community, I ain't supporting them. If you don't respect a Catholic priest's right to follow his God and not his government, which forces him to pay for things against his own religious faith, I'm not supporting you. Our God-given rights come from redundant God. And I will only support candidates who understand that. Finally, here's my big one. I don't care if you're running for school board or mayor or Congress. I'm not going to support any candidate who wants to be a professional politician. Yeah. You better tell me you're just going to serve for a little bit of time. You want a real question to ask all of your candidates this year next? Do you believe in term limits? Hey, how long do you want to be mayor, Gurney? How long do you want to be mayor, Wauconda? Hey, Walsh, how long do you want to be in Congress? And if I tell you, oh, God, here's what I want to do. I want to go to Congress, and I want to work my way up the committee ladder. I hope to chair a committee in 24 years. I think I'd like to be there for 30 years. Run! We will only support candidates who don't give themselves special health care plans or special pension benefits. We will only support candidates who are citizen legislators. If we don't do this, guys, quickly is a year, quickly is 2 years, quickly is 8 years. If we don't do this quickly, I believe, or I wouldn't have put this down on paper. Here's what I believe. Our country will go bankrupt. Listen to that. Do you know what that means on a Sunday afternoon at 4:30? Your country will go bankrupt. Your state already is. If we don't fix this right away, we will forever lose the values this country was founded upon. Imagine that. People 50 years from now having no clue as to what this country is founded upon. Worse and most tragically, we will leave to future generations a way of life they'll never forgive us for. Here's the goal, guys. Is Walsh running for office? Oh, God, I don't know. But I do know this. Within 1, 2, or 4 months, we are going to have thousands of people in this state who all sign their name to this, who all say to every politician, let me grow up. I want to be free and responsible for my own life. And if we put together a huge, huge group like that, knock on some wood, we could even make a little bit of a difference in Illinois. So Barbie Babbie back there is the other woman in my life. That'll be on the cover of the Daily Herald. Congressman Walsh has a mistress! And the subhead will be, and he's not supporting her. Somehow they'll put that in. He's a, what would that be, Chris? He's a deadbeat adulterer. Look for it. Babbie, gun-toting. Gun-toting. If only they said that. Babbie put together the biggest volunteer effort of any campaign in the state last year. Babbie lives here in Wauconda. Barbie is putting together this movement. Before you leave, her husband Cliff's not going to let you leave unless you sign it. Before you leave, give Barb your sheet, sign on. You can also go to, my website is walshfreedom.com. Facebook, it's Walsh Freedom. We're going to put this up online within a couple days so you can virally pass it to people. And once we're going, and we're already going, I won't tell you how many we have so far, we'll begin to send you stuff and do rallies all over the place and get this group together. So all the information you need, talk to Barb.
You also have Twitter, a Twitter account, hashtag Walsh Freedom. Yeah, and your Facebook is Walsh Space Freedom.
Walsh Space Freedom. Now, yes, sir.